Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 5 of PGIM India Mutual Fund presents Live Mint, Amend, Adjust, and Adapt. That's, of course, a series of high-power panels that we've been doing, looking at the world after the coronavirus. I'm Vikram Chandra, founder of Heritage, and today we're going to be taking a look at India among emerging markets. How does India attract more investment, attract more attention from across the emerging markets, and is India really an attractive investment destination after coronavirus? John, if I could just get you in, let me get your take on what you think of the overall picture. I mean, look, we are now halfway through September. Some people were thinking that by now things would be much better, but clearly they're not. There's talk of the vaccine. Who knows when it's coming? Who knows? It could be October, it could be November, could be next year. We don't really know.
So just to step back, I disagree with the statement that things have not changed. So since the crisis hit the global economies in the first quarter, we saw very, very sharp plunge in economic activity and a big plunge in financial markets. Just to put things in perspective, during the financial crisis, GFC in 2008-9, it took about 17 months for the peak to trough decline in the markets. In this crisis, it took 1 to 2 months for the markets to plunge 30 to 40%.
Yeah.
And for the economies to decline. Since then, we have seen a very, very sharp rebound in the markets, and now we are seeing a recovery in the economies.
John, obviously the money is limited, but if you were sort of trying to just take a look at India's investment opportunities in the sectors that India should be now sort of investing in or spending in it to the extent that there is some fiscal room, what would be the areas that you would suggest?
There are two broad themes that are going on here. One is, actually three themes. One is the immediate crisis. Two, the longer-term structural issues. And three, the China tensions. And all of these things are probably going to provide various opportunities. So in the case of India, in the short run, through this crisis, I think there has to be more investment in infrastructure, and given, as Sonal pointed out, given some of the constraints in terms of our public finances, a public-private partnership is probably going to be needed, and that is probably an area where there are opportunities for investment. Secondly, we are going through a big structural change. Even when the COVID crisis is over, people are not going to go that this trend towards digitalization, towards 5G use, towards technology, that is going to continue. And India is probably well positioned among many of the emerging markets to capitalize on that. So that would be the area where the investments are likely, and that's what we are seeing. All the investments that are coming into online retailing, and I don't want to name companies, but a lot of money is coming into the technology, online retailing, and digitalization field. And the third theme is that because of the trade tensions with China, there is an increased trend, not only in the US, but globally, to move supply chains out of China into other countries. And that's where India probably comes into play. So India has a good pharma industry, chemical industries, auto industry, textile industries, and these are the areas where there is likely to be investments. Now, Vietnam is probably a country that is a lot under scrutiny as a candidate for supply chains moving, but Vietnam is a very small country. The opportunities are probably limited. India probably provides a lot more opportunities in the supply chain relocation.
John, as we reach the end of this, very quickly, any steps that you would announce if you were finance minister tomorrow morning?
Yeah, so what I would do is that right now, one of the things that the US has done is that make sure that the consumption is sustained, so that the people on the poorer segments who have lost their jobs and are not able to work, they get some kind of an income subsidy. So, for example, like what Brazil did, what they did was they gave what is called as a Corona vouchers, which were given to the people so that the consumption is sustained until the economy begins to recover. So that would be one, income subsidies. And then also use the opportunity to try to build the infrastructure. That would be the other one I would do. And in terms about the RBI, I would probably try to take steps to kind of make sure that the financial sector is in better shape.